Cyclone is one of the deadliest natural disasters. In this video, we will be explaining the do's and the don'ts during a cyclone.
Cyclonic storms cause disproportionate loss of life and livelihoods. It affects communities, it destroys hope, and it triggers despair for a long time. Very recently, when we responded to Cyclone Amphan as part of our medical relief missions, I got a message from a friend. It said there was no electricity, poles were damaged, cars were all round the corner. We were just glad to be alive. That's how impactful and that's how scary a cyclonic storm can be. What happens during this time? Health systems are overwhelmed. There's people who are moved to temporary shelters, and what happens then? You have respiratory diseases, you have gastrointestinal diseases, and you also have those patients with chronic diseases who are generally in need of help and assistance. Additionally, also, if you look at it from a long-term perspective, cyclonic storms affect communities, leading to loss of employment days, loss of school days. And what happens in this process? There's a discontinuity. Rehabilitating those communities and getting them back to life is a challenge which governments and non-government organizations face. As disaster responders and also as communities who should be aware and sensitized or disaster prepared, what can NGOs do in this process? NGOs can engage in capacity building of health professionals in the region. NGOs can engage in public awareness. Governments must be humble enough to accept the process and limitations that they face, and also to utilize the expertise of non-government organizations and the private sector corporates who try to bring in this process of human altruism during disaster times. Cyclonic storms, flooding, all are very common to the Indian subcontinent. Don't you want to be prepared?
Things to be prepared before the cyclone. If requested by local authorities, collect children from school or childcare center and go home. Park vehicles under solid shelter. Close all windows. Draw curtains and lock doors. Pack an evacuation kit of warm clothes, essential medications, baby formula, nappies, valuables, important papers, photos and mementos in waterproof bags to be taken with your emergency kit. Large, heavy valuables could be protected in a strong cupboard. Small bag of dry food items, water, and not pack too much as help will arrive. Have a bag of government documents packed along with your property cards. Remain indoors with your pets. Stay tuned to your local radio, TV for further information. What to do during the cyclone? Turn off all electricity, gas and water, and unplug all appliances. Keep your emergency kit close at hand. Bring your family into the strongest part of the house. Keep listening to the radio for cyclone updates and remain indoors until advised. If the building begins to break up, immediately seek shelter under a strong table or bench or under a heavy mattress. Beware of the calm eye of the cyclone. Some people venture outdoors during the eye of the cyclone, mistakenly believing that the cyclone has passed. Stay inside until you have received official advice that it is safe to go outside. Do not go to take a selfie or video record an incoming cyclonic storm. What do you do after a cyclone? Check for electrical supplies if damaged or safe to use. Keep children away from such damaged places. Alert local government officials about damaged places both in terms of personal and public utility. Ask for assistance. For health requirements, contact authentic NGOs and government relief centers. Give special attention to elderly people, children and pregnant women. Check out for official government information and don't believe in WhatsApp forwards. If you need further training or information related to disaster management, kindly call 082441168824 or email indiaoffice.chd@gmail.com.